Welcome, Amy, to three simple questions or three questions because sometimes we leave out the simple. And the first question, as always, is what's your book about?
My book, We Used to Be Friends, is about a friendship breakup senior year of high school between best friends, James, who's a girl, and Kat, also a girl, two girls. I feel like now I have to explain that for no apparent reason. They've been friends since kindergarten. Things have been good, but a lot is changing for both of them, for the good and the worse, and they're kind of falling apart from each other, and it's real sad.
It's
There's
five
still
is
jokes in
good.
it though.
There's jokes, but they're sad.
Sad.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's too sad of a book. I've read it, so I can actually speak to this, and I think it's still pretty funny and light.
Thank you. That was my hope to because I feel like real life, even when it is sad, is rarely only sad. Like we
Yeah.
have all laughed at funerals and, in
Yeah.
other weird, sad situations. So I think even when you're going through losing a person whose relationship is very important to you, there's still going to be jokes. Like it doesn't go away.
Yeah. And I think it's also like we talked about this before, but I also feel like it's a really valid thing we all go through, like that losing of a friendship and how do you mourn the loss of a friendship or a relationship. And I think sometimes humor is the way you get there. So
It's so true. And also I think it's good. It's good to talk about how things end and also you don't end because I think look, I love a young adult romance. I write a lot of young adult romances, but also people can break up, whether it's a romantic breakup, friendship breakup, some other sort of breakup,
yeah.
and like you survive. It sucks, but you survive. So
Yeah.
I wanted to write about too, like when something ends, you will still go on. You will still thrive.
All I can think of is the Titanic song, My Heart Will Go On. And with that, next question, number two, what's
Yes,
your favorite thing about writing?
I was gonna say listening to Celine Dion while I do it. I love the part when you're in a first draft and you're sort of like barreling, you're making all these discoveries. It's like your brain has gone somewhere else. And it's just like exploring characters and like making jokes and making connections. And you did not consciously sit down to do any of that. It's where sort of like I feel like that's the magic for me is when your subconscious really takes over. And it's the sort of thing when you read later, you're like, that is so good. Who did that? It was me. It was me.
That's
So
a-
I love sort of that feeling. I also love when you're way later. I feel like I only like the beginning and the end. So like when you're way later in the process and you've gotten good notes from either your editor, your friends, your agent, whoever gave you good notes, and you start fixing stuff and you realize, oh, this is making what's here better. It's not about changing things. It's about like elevating what you've put on the page and you start to feel it like come together to be a book and not just like 300 odd pages of like dialogue and plot. It's
yeah.
such a good feeling to like sort of feel it like you can like see the book then. It starts to gel.
Yeah. No, that's good. I always try to explain to people like that first draft, it always feels like kind of dead and flat, like paper dolls, like moving through the story. And you're like, why is it terrible? And sometimes it's hard to remember it. It took a while to get to a book the first time, right? And it always takes
Yes.
a while to get to the book that next and all those subsequent times. So speaking of which, what are you working on now?
Well, I'm a big believer in not jinxing until anything's official about anything. So at the moment, I don't have a lot going on. I am using a lot of my socially distancing time to read a ton and sort of recharge my creative well. But I think after writing a book about the end of a friendship, I really want to write something that celebrates friendship because I know this is going to sound weird. Writing about the end of a friendship in some ways was celebrating it because it's saying it's so important that when you lose it, it feels terrible.
Yeah.
But I'd like to maybe celebrate it with fewer tears. So I love books that have like a big group of friends, like that real hangout vibe. So I want to write something that has a little more of that. And I mean, there'll still be jokes and kissing. Don't worry.
Good. That's what I come to an Amy Spalding book for, are the jokes and
Exactly.
the kissing. All right, so it is time for our lightning round, and I keep trying out new sound effects before we go into our lightning round.
Great.
So today we're gonna go into our lightning round. So your first question. Oh, if I can find them. This is what always happens. I end up in the lightning round with no lightning round.
This is where the magic
This is
happens.
where the magic happens. All right. First question. Brown sugar Pop Tarts or strawberry?
Oh, brown sugar.
Really? What is the justification for brown sugar?
I love brown sugar. I think I like desserts that have that like not quite savory edge, but like that like
Not
sort
so,
of real baked good edge. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
I,
I'm not a
I,
strawberry.
yeah, I like strawberry, but I also am like a grandma, like the strawberry unfrosted ones, which you can only find at like discount retailers now. So I sometimes show my age by that one. All right, next question: cheetahs or tigers?
Oh, I think tigers. Yeah.
Tigers.
But I didn't have
Yeah.
like a straw. I was like, all cats are good cats.
All cats are either or. Why not
My
both?
cat just literally rubbed my leg under the table as I said that.
He's like, that's right. We're all good cats. All right. And since I know you like musicals, usually the last question is like a nerd question, but for you, it's going to be a musical question.
Yay.
Hamilton or Six?
Oh, I haven't seen Six, so I'm going to say Hamilton. But I
Oh,
feel like I might change my answer once I see Six.
I was gonna go see Six, but now everything's closed for forever. So I am
I was supposed to
excited.
be seeing Hamilton tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So
Not.
sadness. This question became sad, just like your book. All right. So now that we have finished the fun questions, Amy, tell folks where they can find you on the internets.
Great. I'm all over the internet. On Twitter, I'm the Ames. On Instagram, I am that Ames. And you can also just go to theamyspalding.com for all my social media links, all my book links, more about me. I was going to say a picture of my cat. I should put that on my
You
website.
should
There's
definitely.
no
You should
pictures
just
of my
have.
cat on my website.
Actually, I'm
I
gonna
am.
go add pictures of my cats and dog now on my website too, because why do I not have that? Am I a
There is one
monster?
in like my PowerPoint presentation I do at like schools and libraries. So like, don't worry. Don't worry. The kids are being taken care of.
Don't worry, there's some cats. All right, and I will drop all those links down below. So that is all I have. Thank you so much, Amy, and go pick up We Used to Be Friends because it's available now.